Welcome and thank you for joining us for the Behind Enemy Lines podcast on IAXISRADIO. Hold on to your seats and enjoy the podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that notifications button for future shows. IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast, no limit.
IAXISRADIO, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Hello, it's me CEO. Now let's get behind enemy lines with WIZZ and Gatekeeper on IAXISRADIO.
Tell you I love you without falling flat. More flowers and cards, you got a ton of that. More trips off the coast, maybe with a toast. You see I'm putting in time, really need a vote. Head full of these words, only one to quote. I choose you over the gold, that's an end quote. What I don't say, I attempt to show. On a journey through night, I'm guided by your glow. So blessed when you check yes over no. Have a question how I'm feeling, ain't no letting go. Center of my world, you a living pearl. Say it to the world, like I do to you. When I can't find the words, it be getting tough. You put a hold on the time when I get a touch. Get your mind out the gutter, I don't mean that. On this page I write facts and I know that.
It's been a while since I told you I love you. And it's been a while since I made up for all the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't wanna forget. Knowing, girl, I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know that I appreciate you sometimes. I don't know how to say it, girl.
Most of the time I'm too focused on the grind to even let our home problems cross my mind. I knew I should've took a step back from my rhymes, but I thought dollar signs and half nigga dimes. That really was vibes, it never was true.
Yes.
I don't even know how I got up off you.
Yes.
I should've stayed home, but I ran into the road. Kept sneaking out, heart being cold. Looking at you now, I finally understand. It took
Yes, y'all, welcome back. Happy Saturday,
What's up, people?
Yes, this is IAXISRADIO and Behind the Enemy Lines podcast. I am the gatekeeper, as you can see.
What's going on?
What we have going on today, WIZZ.
We got a lot. We got the family.
You know what the slogan for our show is, right? Behind the Enemy Lines is a podcast where we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. And just to prove my point, ladies and gentlemen, I brought not one, not two, but three. For the first time ever. Four behind the scenes. So for the first time ever, all right,
Ever.
we got the scales tipped in y'all favor, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's gonna be spooky.
All right, so we got to see what's going on. I want to thank everybody that's in the chat. Please like, share, put out the word. Shout out to Red Spice. She's in the building. Shout out to Kevin. He's in the building.
Oh, well, that's my cuz. That's my cuz down in Atlanta. What up?
So as y'all can see, I'm the gatekeeper. Like I said, it's my partner in crime, WIZZ.
What's going on?
And from right to left, I got my daughters in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Takai's Takes is here.
Uh-huh.
You not gonna say what's up to the people?
Hi, guys.
Oh my goodness, we'll come back to her. Then in the middle, we got the oldest, the birthday girl of the month. Her birthday is October 31st, right? She's taking gifts right now. So if y'all want to call in, 347-708-0216, or you can email us gifts. You know what I'm saying? We take Cash App, Venmo. What you take?
So.
What else?
Apple Pay.
What else?
TikTok followers.
All right, what else? We're going to get that right. That's Talika. She's in the building, also known as Hair and Makeup. Make sure y'all go and follow her. Then you got that guy WIZZ, man. He's a piece of work, but we're going to get with him.
Line up.
On the far end, we got you rounding up the closer. You know what I'm saying? Neek is in the building. My middle daughter, Dashnik, is in the building. You want to say what's up to the people? No, you got to speak up. Stop lying, man. Come on, you got to speak up, man. I want to hear that. She ain't shy, ladies and gentlemen. We got a fun-filled show for y'all. So, Neek, what you got going on? I know you got some tumblers or something. What you got going on? Tell me what you got going on real quick.
I sell tumblers. I sell custom tumblers for $15.
You don't got to give out the price on it. We'll talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? $15. Somebody might want to buy for $25. You know what I'm saying? Just we'll get with you. You know what I'm saying? We got them custom tumblers. You know what I mean? So you got her TikTok right there, so y'all can go follow her and find out what's going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. We are locked in on IAXIS Radio. This is Behind the Enemy Lines podcast. Where can they find us at?
They can find us at ROKU, Facebook, IG, Twitch, 365 Live, IAXISRadio.com. I'm saying YouTube, everywhere. And listen, man, make sure y'all check us out, because you can also find us on the radio on 365 Live and the TuneIn app, right? If you don't have a visual right now, click onto that app and bring the radio side up and hear us on some music. So we got a fun-filled show for y'all today, okay? We're about to hop into our topics at about 5:15. We got some ill topics for y'all, and topics that I had to get the girls to speak on from their point of view. You know what I'm saying? To piggyback off our last show, we talked about the importance of relationships and stuff like that, right? So I wanted to get it from my own kids' point of view, you know what I'm saying, how they feel. If you ever had a Twix, you know what I'm saying, they said that 1 is better than 2, right? That used to be, right? Or 2 is better than 1, right? When Twix, remember that commercial, Twix? Yeah. 2 is better than 1. Yeah. We're going to find out one of the topics is 2 really better than 1, okay, when it comes to relationships, parents. Also, you know what I'm saying, who is it easier for to move on, males or females? We're going to have it. Listen, we always talk about it from the 40 and up. We're going to get the 29 and down answers to some of these questions today to see if we bugging out or if we are on the right path. That's what we're going to do today, Wiz. So we got Takashi's Takes happening at about 6:15. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that for Takashi's Takes. Even though she's acting up right now. I don't know what's going on, but we'll get to that. Then we got Chucky's Cut at 6:45. So what's going on with Chucky's Cuts, Wiz? We got a very special Chucky's Cut from Sinatra 7. The song is called LLB. Shout out to Sinatra. All right.
You listen, man, you don't be just reading to yourself. Read out loud, man. It's about thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. We don't want to hear that.
I can't see that far.
Yeah.
I just saw the birthday cake.
Oh, birthday cake. So y'all want birthday cakes and then all that, all right?
Yeah, send birthday cakes, all right?
All right, we want to shout out to vocals to Jamel. You see, Voice of Life Tea is on the table, ladies and gentlemen. It's good for arguing. It's good for singing. It's good for just trying to get a nice taste of something in your mouth.
Yeah.
I knew I had to get him. I had to get him. This is the no pause era, right? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Voice the Life Tea. Make sure you get some, okay? If you want to get your vocals right. And shout out to Vocal by Jamel making it happen. Also, it is October, so you know it's Cancer Awareness Month, ladies and gentlemen. So you see the shirts. We all got them on. Cancer Awareness, all right? So representing it, you know what I mean? We had our first cancer event this Friday that just passed. Shout out to everybody that came out and support. Stand up again, Wiz, so we can show them what's going on. As you can see, it says, in this family, nobody fights alone. And at the bottom, we have 3 pumpkins. Those pumpkins are for us. It's our own special design because we don't just have ribbons to celebrate cancer awareness. Our goal at Better Green Entertainment, we came up with it about 4 years ago, was Pink Oween. That's what we call it, Pink Oween. We take pumpkins and we paint them pink so people could, you know, it's the most iconic thing about October is the pumpkin. We decided to take that figure and paint it pink so we can help spread the word on cancer awareness. So if you see a pink pumpkin in the window, you know that we started this and we wanted you to have it, and we want to continue this to go further and further. So this Friday just passed. It felt like last, it was yesterday, but Friday that passed, we had a great event. We got to be with some kids at a special location. We're not open to the public yet, but we are working on that.
And our goal is to educate, okay, because in the black community, and that's why I brought my daughters as well, because we talk with them about getting checked, getting early detection, getting educated on it, okay, when it comes to cancer, period, all right. Number 2, we want to support, you know what I mean? Support someone that's going through this. You don't have to know them, all right? And support means sometimes just going to these walks, these rallies, these situations and where you can be involved with somebody that might need a kind word, that might need a hug. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Keep the comments coming. And number 3, we want to what? Celebrate the survivors, okay? So that's our link chain that we want to work on. And if WIZZ, turn around, turn to the back of your shirt. Want to show on the back of the shirt, this is how we doing it this year. You have each one of those: survivor, fighter, supporter, okay? We want you to check off one of those and be a part of that link that the people need when they're going through their hard times and situations. Shout out to everybody that's been in that link somewhere. Be a part of that, all right? So Pink Halloween, we got it coming. We got another event coming this Friday. We're going to have some guest speakers. We got some footage for y'all. We also got a couple clips from our event Friday that we're going to share with y'all in a minute. And it's a beautiful thing. So our goal is, like I said, to put a pink pumpkin in everybody's window so you can see and remember that it is breast cancer time. All blue. So we did the colors pink and blue. You right. For men that do give breast cancer as well. So we're doing pink and blue. So we're going to share a little video with you guys, and then we're going to go from there and get into our topics. Once again, this is Behind the Enemy Lines, a podcast where we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. So get ready for some hot talk after we show these videos, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do. IAXISRADIO. Get in tune.
I just had to remember the last 3. Come on, shake the leg, shake the leg. Yeah, come on, yeah. All right, what do we have?
It's shower, steamer, scents, self-care.
Follow me. All right, we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. 282261. Yay! Woo! All right, let's see what she got for.
Self-care. He's not only a thriver, he's a survivor. And he can write down his notes and his daily self-care.
Hold on.
Okay. One more.
Once again, I want to thank everyone that came out, supported, and was a part of that event. And, you know, the Pink Walkway is something that we started, and it was so amazing because now we don't have women just coming out and speaking up at these events now. We also have men coming out and speaking up. So we had a lot of men that were there speaking out and saying how important it was. And you could see that they was happy to be celebrated as well, WIZZ. You know what I'm saying? Like they was embraced. So the young man that y'all saw walk down, he didn't just win a gift, he also was a survivor. So even the survivors, we was giving them those pink sashes that said, congratulations, you're a survivor, and we want to keep the fight going. So once again, Pink Halloween brought to you by Better Green Entertainment in conjunction with IAXISRADIO, Behind the Enemy Lines, and Tug of War. We're going to continue to grow every year bigger and better. Get a pumpkin, paint it with the kids. And a lot of people say, well, why are you painting it with the kids? If you start the education early, it'll become conditioned in them to know about it. And that's our goal, for them to take that home and remember that I colored the pink pumpkin. We want your neighbors to ask why. We want your friends to ask why. You know what I'm saying? The ribbon, you may or may not see. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's walking around with a ribbon, right guys, ladies, gentlemen, sometimes you might not notice a ribbon, but y'all would notice a whole pink pumpkin in somebody's yard, right? Or somebody's house. All right, so we want to thank y'all for those pictures and all the people that was able to be in there. The oldest one, not so much, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Uncle Guy said, I'm just reading some of the comments. That's a good look, family, from the Anderson Uncle Guy said what's up. Javon said what's up. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please share the live and let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to talk about some relationship stuff. So like I said, crowd.live is where you get to vote to keep a kill. That's at 6:45, all right? So LLB, long live Brandon. Make sure you're here for the track. It's going to be fun. And there's the code right now, ladies and gentlemen. A as in Apple, J as in Jack, C as in Cat, D as in David, 7, the number 7. That's going to be the code, crowd.live. If you want to tap in, 347-708-0216 is the number to call in. I think they kind of single. Definitely this one all the way to the right. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely single. So no calling action for us. It's going to be some furniture movement. Al, you got the shotty ready, Al, right?
That's right.
All right, we ain't playing with this one. But the other two, they over 21. If you want to holler at them, then say what's up. Uncle Guy said 3% of breast cancer survivors are men. Okay, 3%. Wow, okay. Uncle Guy, I love it. Uncle Guy, I need you to stay on too, because I'm using one of your quotes or stories to tell us about for later on in the show, so just stick around. Any more comments before I move on? So if you want to email us to get your music in, or you want to get interviewed, or you want to be heard, bhlfamily52@yahoo.com. Make sure you do that. Email us, MP3 format, and we can get that done. So let's get right into the topics. Twix is a candy that comes with 2 pieces.
2 pieces.
2 sticks. Come on, y'all gotta liven up. 2 sticks, 2 legs. How you want to say it? Twix. But you know, I remember back in the day, Al, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I remember somewhere in the commercial said 2 is better than 1. Right?
That's right.
Right. So the topic, and I want to ask, I want you ladies to answer honestly, and people in the chat do it as well. 2 is better than 1. What effect does having both parents have on women? Because y'all are all women here. Women. And the men that they choose. So we're going to go from left to right, starting with Dajanique. Nick, what's going on? What you got for us? Don't cover your face now. Don't do that. Pause on the sticks. I refuse to pause on the sticks, Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Nick, what you got? What effect does having both your parents have on you and the men you have selected? Especially the ones I ain't met yet. Come on, step up to the mic. Don't hide. Come on.
I ain't gonna look at you. Go ahead.
No, don't get shy now. Come on. How these kids be all live on TikTok, Al, and then they get here and they get all shy? Come on now. Come on, Wiz. Come on, Dajanique. People want to know. What effect does it have on you? None. It don't have no effect on you.
Oh, she trying
to tag me. Come on, you lying. No, don't tag Wiz in. We want to know from you.
Like,
how old are you now, Dajanique? You don't give us a year under. Huh?
25.
25. So you've been in the dating game for at least 10 years. You've been in the game 10 years, right?
Wait, hold on.
No, I ain't let them start at 15. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know the truth, man. Y'all know the truth. Whoa. These kids start about 14, 15. You got to catch them out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be on them highways and byways. Where you been?
Man, listen, I'm kind of straight.
So you mean to tell me for a whole decade, there was no difference in between having 1 parent, 2 parent, even in your friend's circle? No.
She ain't even looking. She's like,
I think you lying. I think y'all lying. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all answering the quotas right. A father shows his daughter how they should be treated and teaches his sons how to treat women. How you feel about that, Nick? Oh, no. You got to pay attention, man. Get off that internet world. Talika, we're going to move to you. No, you got to stop this, man. Talika, can you answer the question, Talika?
Stop trying to tag me in.
I was talking to you.
No, you talking to us. All the millions and millions of viewers right now. We want to know. Go ahead, Talika. Set off. Maybe the oldest can get it right. What effect does having both your parents have on, you as a woman and the partner you have chosen?
Me personally, I don't feel like it makes a difference of having both parents. Like, I don't feel like it makes a difference in the child's relationship. Like, that's just how I feel.
Now explain that a little more. Because you mean the child's relationship and the people that they pick? Yeah,
because regardless of whether both parents are in their life, if that's who the person loves, that's who the person's gonna be with.
Okay, we can go with that. Nick, you want to try that again? We're gonna ask you again anyway. The people want to know what you gotta say. The people want to know. The people want to know. The people want to know. No, and you not know. Okay, Wiz, what you think, Wiz? Before we go to Takaji,
okay, I'm gonna say this. I used to think it was, but sometimes I look at my 2 daughters and be like, the guys in their life, I'm like, dude, because we are, us fathers are the kid's first love, the daughter's first love. So it resembles, everything they take as far as a relationship, what they see with their moms and the father's love. How you treat them, their moms and all that. But I look at my daughters as like, I don't know, it might be Generation Z, Z or X, whatever you want to call it. But I just think it's kind of different because, I feel like, no, I think it's a stability. It's both of them want stability, yes.
Okay, Kaija, what do you think, Kaija? What do you think, Kaija?
Can you say the question again?
It's right there on the screen. What effects does having both your parents have on you and the knuckleheads that you've been picking up and trying to pick up, even though you should be focused on school? Don't think we don't know.
What?
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute.
Yes.
We're going to get to that in a minute. Don't what? We're going to get to that in a minute. Nothing?
Like, when you have, it doesn't even matter if you have two parents or not. Like,
It doesn't matter.
When you have, like, actually it does, like, it's different because if you have one parent, like my friends, some of my friends, they have one parent. And, like, when you have one parent, you get to do more stuff.
Wow, what?
'Cause, like,
I'll bring that back up so I can read that from Kevin. Kevin said, having both parents, especially the fathers, influence the way daughters pick their men. See, I was hoping my daughter said, but I must have done something wrong up here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna outline some things. What you said? Speak up now. Speak up now.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that? Go ahead, Dosnick. You agree with that? No, y'all don't agree with that. Okay, they don't agree with that. Because fathers are a daughter's first love and the first man they interact with. However, they see their fathers treat their mother, how they treat their mother, and how he educates them on men is a big determination on who they will choose for a partner. What do y'all think about that?
No.
Y'all gotta speak. I need y'all to speak up. I need y'all to speak up.
You don't even educate us on men. You just say everybody's bad.
I say everybody's bad. I don't educate you on men.
Or you be like, no, boys are bad.
All right, I know Dajnik that I never educated you on men.
Yes.
All right, well, y'all gotta remember we is live TV. I need y'all to speak up.
You don't
all right,
wanna know
Talika,
how
I don't educate you on men.
I was educated on men, yes.
All right,
but I still don't agree with that statement because just because a dad is their father, just because your dad is their daughter's first love doesn't mean that's the type of love they're gonna want to expect out of somebody else.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that your relationship is closer to what your father or further?
I don't.
The person that you pick, is it closer to your father or further? And don't worry, you're not hurting my feelings. We just having a conversation.
I can honestly, it's closer because my other half actually built a better bond with my dad, so it makes my other half seem like he's my dad sometimes when he knows. But
see,
not.
so that's kind of what Kevin was saying. Like sometimes, and I'm gonna read a quote because I did some studying on this. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason you ain't getting no teaching yet because you ain't qualified yet. You ain't qualified for the talking. Sometimes you just be getting lucky. You be in the room ear dropping. You know what I'm saying? When I be scolding them or getting on them, and you back there, homegirl that be up all night on the phone. You gonna have to step up and talk up and stop holding, stop fronting over there. Why are y'all so shy? Reggie, I want to know the truth too. Reggie want to know why you're so shy? All of a sudden,
they need to be on the comments end. Like,
so
I'm not shy. It's just my allergies making my nose stuffy.
All right, so I read some information right in this article called "The Two-Parent Advantage." You know what I'm saying? Because whether we like it or not, there is an advantage, and I think a lot of us shy away from the advantage, like it doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? And I can say I came from the opposite side from a man's point of view, right? Where there were two adults in the situation, but there wasn't always two parents, especially after I turned about 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting a good fight by myself. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I turned 17, you know what I mean? Talika was on her way about to be birthed. You know what I mean? So I think if I would have had my father there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he would have put more of an emphasis and taught me more of what I needed to be, you know what I'm saying, as a man before I jumped into certain situations. So I think two parents made a difference, you know what I mean? And Of course, my mom's, you know, there's certain stuff that your moms did, but it was just like certain things was just cool. You know what I'm saying? Wiz? Like, it was like your mom. She always had some type of advice, but, you know, when you rolling with the fellas, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes mom's advice don't kick in right then and there. You know what I mean? So you need that male role model, that male figure that you respect and look up to, you know what I mean, to help you out in some of those situations.
I'm going to say this, Kate. As for it's a good cop and bad cop situation.
Always.
But sometimes us men, when it comes to our daughters, we're hard. Because the talk I had with my daughters was like this. All guys want, I say, you see this tissue? Guy gonna want this tissue all the time. I'm saying, you gotta be careful. Don't give out your tissue. Tissues is perfect. Gotta stay cool. It's gotta stay pure.
Pure? The tissue ain't staying pure. If I heard what Al said a minute ago, he gave me one sheet and he said you gotta poke a hole in it, and you know what else needs to happen. Kevin said, Twin said, I agree with that. He said, why are you so shy? Kev said, get him. And Reggie said, excuses. Sakaja, what Sakaja said? Talika and Dajni, what are some of the things you was taught? Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but go ahead. What are some of the things y'all was taught? What are some of the things y'all was taught?
Like, don't let men take advantage of you. Like, for an example, if the person is buying you stuff or just giving you money all the time, that means they're trying to take advantage of you. That means they want something back. So we was taught, like, don't always do something for them. If you see that they keep asking you, just try to avoid it or keep it going.
Talika?
I'm just gonna say, I was pretty much taught the 7 B's, and it made life much easier. I don't know if y'all was taught that, but it made my life a lot easier because it helped me get to a better place.
Break down the 7 B's.
Yeah, I'm gonna say break down. Yeah,
break down the 7 B's.
Books before boys because boys bring babies.
That's the 7 B. Books before boys because boys bring babies. You know what I'm saying? I needed to hear that a little when I was a little bit younger. Hey, Wiz, I was guilty, man. I brought up baby. I was guilty.
I was 19 when I had first moms, but you know.
I was 16, turning 17.
Oh yeah.
Takaja, how you feel about the 7 B's? Oh, you want to keep quiet? You might want to open up, cause see, Al don't really want me to tell you the truth why she tight, Al. You want me to expose you live on TV?
No.
I expose you live. I expose you live.
No.
I'll do it, Al. I'll do it, Al. She pushing my buttons. All right, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna expose the fact that I love you. You know what I'm saying? But get the 7 B's. But I read in this article, okay, the 2-parent advantage. City Journal. You know what I'm saying? You go on cityjournal.org. and read it. And it said this, right? Tell me what y'all think it is. Many people, especially well-educated, left-leaning people, like the person they was with, right, think marriage and stability families are less important for children and adults in the contemporary world that they are in now from what they were, okay? Either because they adhere to progressive ideas about family diversity, right? The notion that love, not marriage, makes a family, or the individualistic belief that flying solo is just as good as flying with a co-pilot while raising kids. Growing numbers of Americans now discount that value of a stable marriage for children. So what do y'all think about that? Is it the same when you fly a plane solo and when you got a co-pilot to help y'all out? Y'all can answer this too in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what a 2-parent relationship does. Do women value long-term relationships more? That's what it said in the article, that this showing numbers that women value the relationship more when they see 2 parents. What do y'all think about that? No. Speak up. Come on, speak up. No, you saying no. Why? No, why? You gotta get them, Wiz. You let them off the hook, Wiz.
I'm just saying. Wait, hold on.
No, why?
Because she gonna tell me. Go ahead. Tell me.
Yeah, I gotta stop whispering in the corner over there. Go ahead, Talika. What you think, Talika?
I'm telling you, no.
She's screwing up. She's screwing to her chair. Screwing up her chair to the towels.
What?
You said no. No, why?
Why you feel that? No.
Because you can learn on your own by experience. Like you could watch people. You don't have to just have your parents in your life. There's other people in your life you could watch.
But it could be a good reflection.
It could be a good reflection. But what if you don't want that same relationship the way how like somebody was raising someone else, or loving someone else?
We don't understand. You keep saying I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. You gotta explain it a little bit better. Go ahead, Talika. What do you think?
I just don't think that it matters, honestly.
At all. So hold on, both of y'all think that Al, you're gonna have to read that one because it's really long. But hold on, let me ask y'all this. So both of y'all think that it doesn't matter that y'all had stable parents and now that y'all are in the dating game, that it helped y'all out at all?
I'm not saying it didn't help. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter of the fact of how long your relationship is gonna be with somebody else.
No, we're not saying how long your relationship is gonna be. That's not dictating. So y'all taking the question and y'all turning it to okay, if it's gonna be successful or not successful. The question is more geared of having a role model or having a role model situation. How did it affect y'all and what y'all are choosing to do when y'all going out in the dating game? You ready to read that, Al?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So Morgan Flower Child Jones says, gotta be honest. Watch my parents have a loving relationship 54 years. Father taught me well. Never had low self-esteem. Men that I felt were good for me and that I could raise a family with ran from me and were intimidated by my ambition and high self-esteem. I wanted a family, so I settled for men that weren't good for me. So regardless of the family life, I knew my choices were not good. I got tired of waiting for the right man to not be afraid of me. So now at 43, I'm single, no kids, and...
Vibrating? It was a V up there, so I just went with vibrating. What? She said, I just went with the V. She said vibrating, so I went with the V.
Just open it up.
Hey. What do you got? Before we read the next one, Al, what do y'all think about that? We're going to start with Talika. What do you think about that? And if y'all got something, y'all got to tell them to share it up here so we can read it. Because y'all remember, we live. This is not a fake show. And once again, we thank y'all for all the comments. Or it's not pre-recorded. I don't want to say fake. Pre-recorded. We live. So, Talika, what do y'all think about that, Dajnik? She said a lot. What do y'all think?
That's good. You know, how she feels and what she went through. It's okay. Everybody goes through up and downs, and everybody has their own feelings. And if she doesn't want to be with a man, that's her choice. So, yeah.
I don't know how you got that out of that, but Talika, what you saying? And I'm gonna need you to use the voice like you used when you was last on the show when you was talking about Takaja shouldn't have got that iPhone as of yet. I need that voice. Talika, what you think about what Flower said?
I mean, it sounds like she went through something that she didn't have to go through, but that's because she made a choice. And I mean, at the end, she said she was very successful, but she might have been successful, but still not been happy in another place. So.
And Kaija, what you think about it?
I think that I think she's happy that she's like single and she doesn't have to worry about no kids or nothing. So.
You know, I think y'all miss, and like I said, what I wanted to have this topic with my kids because I feel like we don't always have to wait until it's Father's Day or Mother's Day, you know what I'm saying, to have a family feud kind of conversation, right? Mm-hmm. Right, Wiz?
Yeah.
So, like I said, to celebrate, I got awarded by the Links. I want to shout them out. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Links. I won the award for best media, right? From the Links. So shout out to everybody in the Links family, Ty, Ism, you know what I'm saying, franchise. Then breast cancer, you know what I'm saying? Where we spend time and we talk about that. And I try to always, and my daughters, they won't say it now, you know what I'm saying? But I don't mind if they say it. I work their nerves when it comes to relationships. I know I do. And I do it on purpose sometimes because I think it's very important to have someone that gives you an aiming point. Like you don't have to hit the same trajectory, but do you think having an aiming point is the same as not having no aiming point at all is?
No.
See, and that's what I wanted to get out of this. You know what I mean? Al, you got that one, Al?
Yeah. Kevin DeWitt says, having two parents gives children different perspectives on the same topic.
Right.
Mothers teach you how to be women and how to conduct yourselves as such. Fathers teach you how teach you how to respect yourselves and how any potential mate should respect you as well. A man can't teach you a lady to be a lady. A man can't teach a young lady to be a woman, just like nobody but a father can give you a better perspective on men because we are men.
Yes.
See, and I also read, you know what I'm saying, in this article, and like I said, you can check it out, the two-parent advantage. We have to start normalizing again, and we talked about it, finding ways to keep these relationships together. You know what I mean? Not the bad ones that are abusive and all that other stuff. I'm not talking about that. But and I thought about this when I saw the pop balloon challenge. How y'all feel about the pop balloon challenge, Dajni?
Stupid.
Retarded.
Kaja?
It's funny.
It's funny. See, so you see the difference? 29 about to be, 26 about to be, and 15. You see the difference? This is why.
I'm going to be 28.
I'm trying to say 29. I didn't want to give up your real age, man. I was trying to help you out.
No.
Okay, 28. You know what I'm saying? 28. I didn't want to give it up, but anyway. So, when I thought about this topic, I was watching the balloon challenge, and people was popping their balloons before the guy even got out, just off his looks. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing that this guy could be a millionaire. He could be Bill Gates. He could have a lot to bring. He could be that piece that might be the piece that keeps you in a situation as far as a relationship that balances out to give your child those views.
But
you know
what
what I
if
mean?
somebody don't want to date nobody that's ugly?
You could be ugly until you kiss the frog and turn him to a prince.
That's right.
And every one of the shows that we used to watch, because I watched it with you, Dajni. We used to watch cartoons back in the days when you was young, right? We watched The Prince and the Frog and all that. You watched that together, right? We watched all those type of movies together, right? All three of y'all, right? And it was always not judging the beast, because it might look like a beast to someone else, and you might be able to shape them up and make them look well. You know what I'm saying? I live in a one-parent home, so for me, it makes a difference because I didn't have a father telling me how to truly love a woman. Wow, I didn't learn parental things from my mom, and I love her for it. But I felt not having my father around, I didn't learn how to approach a lady with confidence. And Flower said that, confidence, right? I'm slowly learning about relationships through the different men and father figures that are around me now. How y'all feel about that? Congratulations. Thank you, Flower. I learned loyalty from. I don't gotta read. Why am I the only one reading?
I got it.
I can't.
I got it.
I
got
can't
it.
read it because it's too small and I don't have my
Okay.
glasses on.
All right, I'm gonna let them slide with it. You got it, Al?
Yeah.
Good.
I learned loyalty from my father and standing by your commitment. Love and affection was not his strength and left me seeking his approval constantly and searching for the love of men from wrong places when I was younger. So here we got Katrina Anderson saying that having both parents in a home could not always be a positive thing.
Okay, and we're gonna get to that. I definitely want to get to that because it's a negative side. And what's negative about it? But go ahead, Al.
So again, because of the father's possible upbringing, not having a certain type of affection and love with his parents, he instilled the same type of attributes into his daughter. So when she went out there looking for certain type of men with certain type of characteristics, she was unable to find those things. So again, it's important that we understand that development in our own character is important before going out there and getting into relationships.
Okay. And another reason why I wanted to bring this up, well, I said the balloon challenge caught my attention because there was girls turning down perfectly good guys before you even got to know them, got to give them a chance. You know what I mean? Me as a father, I always told my kids, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as far as schooling, like my daughter said, that's the only time we had beef. When any one of them was dating, any one of them was who they was dating, if it affected your school and your finances, because I want you to be stable. You know what I mean? I don't believe you can have the yin without the yang. You have to learn from both. You know what I mean? In a relationship to pass on. So like I said, what they said, is it great to fly a plane without a co-pilot? Yes. But if something happens while you in the air, wouldn't it be good to have a co-pilot? Anybody on the panel? Yeah, it's the panel. Yo, Al, what's going on, Al?
I shook my head.
You know what I hear?
What? Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, Y'all do all this talking. Y'all trying to get people to come to y'all TikToks and all that. This is your opportunity to do it. Our Access Radio behind the enemy line and give y'all a chance to put y'all business out there with Neek Neek's tumblers. Talika's trying to go. She's trying to go viral, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She be using my new dog, stealing my new dog, going viral. And then this one, track. And I want to thank everybody that supported out the track and everything else she's been doing. And Takai's Taste that's coming up in a minute. Having both parents presented in a woman's upbringing can significantly influence her choices when selecting a partner, often leading to her, prioritizing stability, commitment, and strong family structure, as she may be more likely to seek a partner who is capable of actively participating in raising children and building a lasting relationship, mirroring the positive experience that they had grown up with having both parents involved. What y'all think about that? Because that was one of the comments that I read in the article. Hey man, y'all gonna stop bringing these crickets out?
I think, like I was saying earlier, it's
hold on,
nice.
let me read this comment. Don't think about that. Relationships are more focused what's happening in the media than in front of some children with positive relationships to guide them. So y'all look at the media more than what y'all have in front of y'all? What y'all think about what that person just said? Come on, guys. Come on, Al, can you bring it back, Al?
No, social media relationships are fake. They're for clout. Like, you guys ever heard about, I forgot what that house is called. It's a house, like, you guys know that girl from TikTok, Nadia, TJ, all of them. Like, that house is fake. They just do stuff, like, for the views. And they make money off of it because people want to watch them, like, date each other.
Okay, so at least, see, that's why Takaiza got her own segment. You know what I'm saying? Because at least she might get in trouble, but at least she show up in the fourth quarter. Like we need y'all to do today with the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? Liberty got a chance. Show up in the fourth quarter. Show up in the fourth quarter, man. Get that championship. And the Yankees, man, y'all better stop playing around the knife in it, man. Man, they had me sweating yesterday, man.
Hold on, we got one more win.
Yeah, we got one more win, but we did.
They 3-1.
So back to what they were saying, that the media, you know what I'm saying, that y'all look up to the media more than y'all look up to what y'all have in front of y'all. How do y'all feel about that?
What you think?
No, I don't look at social media.
Lies.
To get relationship ideas. I don't.
So where do you get them from?
Myself. How do you say it? The way how I feel about the person,
See, that's her phone telling her, you lying. Ooh, why you always lying?
I would go for, if I see that there's certain things that I don't like, then I'm not going to go for you. I'm not going to talk to you, but I am going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you like 3 chances. And if I...
They automatically get 3? That's not the rule I talked about. I don't know where you got that one from.
Stay baseball.
3 strikes. Okay. And go ahead, Talia.
Me personally, I don't use social media for my relationship, but some people do use it and it is successful for them. But I do take ideas from social media to where I want to try things out, like to go places, as in like self dates and stuff like that, or like the DIYs for couples and stuff like that. And now,
what's a DUI? What's that? DIY? Did you know?
It stands for do it yourself.
Oh, do it yourself.
But you can always put your own twist on it when you see somebody else doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I use those. I don't necessarily use that to build my relationship because I'm not that person.
Okay, Reggie also said, fathers teach women how men sometimes think. Do you think I was a good role model in showing y'all what men might think?
No, because all people don't think the same.
Okay.
All people don't think the same.
All people don't think the same. Al, I want to expose her. She's lying, Al.
Leave her alone and let her have a voice. Leave her alone, let her have a voice.
She got a voice.
She has a right to opinion.
She got a right to opinion. Okay, but I got some facts that was scrambled, and I told you that's what the man was thinking, and then she got caught with the facts.
So, Gate, let me ask you both questions.
What happened?
You're both dating, right?
Yes.
Okay, how long was you in your relationship?
My mom's birthday, a year.
A year?
A year? A word? Okay. I got the gun out.
Okay, and how long was you dating yours?
I'm about to be 11 years.
So that's stability. How long your parents was together?
For too long.
All right.
For too long. What kind of answer is that?
Too long, I'm just
so
saying.
you want me to jump ship? That's what I'm saying. Y'all want me to jump ship?
I'm not saying
Y'all
that.
want me to jump ship? Dodgy, you want me to jump ship?
I'm not saying that.
Huh?
I'm just saying sometimes, when things last longer than what people expect, some things start to fall off. That's
Like
what
what?
I'm saying.
Like what?
I'm not you guys, so I don't know.
No. Go ahead. We can talk about it. It was just conversation. Well, it don't gotta be, like what? What you feel is falling off? My hip?
But like, if you guys get divorced, then like when I go to school, I could do stuff at school, cause then I could be like, my parents are divorced. That's why I'm acting this way.
Wow.
Really?
That's what they do at school.
Some kids do use that to an advantage.
Once again, I apologize.
Like-
These are not the views of the gatekeeper.
Like in school,
Radio.
this kid, he threw a chair at a teacher, and he was like, and the principal gave him an excuse because his parents are divorced. He said he's going through it. So like, if you guys get divorced, then I could do that at school. Like somebody get on my nerve, I'm gonna just throw something.
Wow, that
Wiz, I need help here. I'm gonna read some of these comments.
So let me help y'all real quick
help
because
us.
we can't beat her up for an honest voice, right?
Uh-huh.
And what she's saying is that there are people who are not coming from two-parent homes or in divorce situations that utilize their behavior as an excuse to get over when they're out in public. And she's saying that if it's good for the goose, it should be good for the gander. Right?
I agree with that. I agree with that. And I'm definitely not. I'm not punishing you for your voice. You know what I'm saying? But I hate when people play the three card money. They keep hiding. You know what I'm saying? Because
hey, Gay, can we get through some of these comments because they're backing up?
Yeah,
okay?
go. You can read them. Go.
Okay, so Katrina Anderson says yes, relatable. Right, popping the balloon for their outfit is crazy.
Crazy.
Right. Reggie Humphrey, Talika never have her glasses. Amen. Katrina Anderson says, I don't have a relationship with my mother due to her mental handicap, so I didn't have her to teach me either. My grandparents did their best while they were still here. Lots of ups and downs in my 20s and 30s until I healed myself and found the most wonderful man and partner. Congratulations to you. Amen. Because there is a brighter day and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. God says, facts, we are not created to go through this life alone. Loneliness is destructive to mankind. Amen.
Amen.
Too long. Monte, LMFL. Okay,
But
he laughing
said,
at you. Having two parents helped me to understand when I need to move on from a relationship, whether romantic or otherwise.
Nice.
And that's coming from Reggie. Okay.
Kaiji, what you was gonna say?
Uncle Guy said that you're not built for it to come.
He said you're not meant to live alone.
Yeah, you're not meant to live alone. But if you're not meant to live alone, then why were you born alone? Like, I never understood that. If you were born alone, then you do stuff by yourself. Like, that don't make you selfish. It's just like, I was born alone, I'm going to do this by myself.
Well, Dajnik, how do you feel about what you just said, Dajnik?
I feel like that's stupid. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Because at this point, this generation just says stupid things to make it sound good.
So you was born, Dashnik was born with you?
Just because you was born by yourself doesn't mean that you have to be by yourself for the rest of your life.
Thank you.
Sometimes people come into your life for a reason, and you don't even have to know that they there for that reason. It just happens. Sometimes it's a blessing, and sometimes it's not. You just go through life. Life is just life.
No, I never say you have to be by yourself just because you was born by yourself. But you don't need
That's
to be
literally
with
what you
somebody.
just said.
You don't need to, like that lady said, she's happy by herself. And
No,
she's like,
not. No, that's not what she. That's not what she said.
To have
she
kids,
said.
but
And it's not over for her. You know what I mean? Flower's on it, so Flower, you can speak and you could call in to clear it up for them since she kind of missed that message. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to have this topic. And I wanted to have it with my daughters in front of the public because we need to know that these are the conversations that we need to be having with our kids, especially the younger generation, because their role modeling is no longer what's happening in their household. Their role modeling her friends. Just like she said a minute ago, oh, well, I can't wait till I get a divorce so I can use that excuse. This is what they're doing mentally.
No, I never said I couldn't wait.
Yes, you
I'm
did.
saying if you guys did get divorced.
You're banking on that. You got one that's saying we're married too long, been together too long, so things are falling off.
Because y'all were married. Y'all were married without being married. That is a lifelong time you cannot make back.
Why would you have to make it back? Why would you have to make it back? If you got something good,
but I'm not saying you guys are not happy and it's not gonna continue to be happy. But you guys were married without being married before you even knew you were gonna be married.
Well, what's wrong with that? Well, what's wrong with that?
That's
well, you can talk to that.
That's
Come on,
the
Daniel.
definition of love back then.
Yeah, but what's wrong with love back then? Why in 2024 you can't have love back then?
You guys been like together for a long time.
We've been in a long relationship too. Al been in long. I'm not the only one been in a long relationship.
But we know you guys been together like for like 100 years. So
we're not 100 years old. But that's a good thing.
So like. And like you guys don't get tired of each other because y'all don't see each other every second of the day. So like when you looking at somebody for so long, like I get tired of seeing you guys every day. Like when I look at y'all when I'm in the house for too long, I get tired of seeing y'all.
You get tired of seeing us? Why?
Cause like when you just look at something for too long, it gets boring.
But you can sit and look like TikTok at somebody eating noodles for 17 hours. Yeah. But you don't like to see your parents together, co-parenting, getting along, taking you to track practice, cooking meals, food shopping, paying bills.
No, it's not.
Cat and dogs providing these things. What y'all?
No, it's not cool.
Yeah, I need the rest. Come on.
No, actually, it isn't cool that your parents are always getting along because
it's not cool that your parents are always getting along.
No, because when you need your mom to do something for you and she tell your dad, that's not cool. Because my mom, she be telling everything.
I think it's more of a toxic stability because now
toxic stability. I like that.
Nowadays, it's pretty much like. Me personally, I feel like sometimes it's okay, but not okay. Because sometimes, like I said, for me, it's like I have two parents in my life, and I've always had two parents in my life. So people always feel like I'm a nonchalant person because
college word. What does that mean?
I have two parents in my life, which means I should be better than everybody else, and I feel like that's not a true scenario. So I mean, it's more like if I didn't have two parents in my life, I could be doing two different things all the time, but that doesn't mean that it's perfect. Sometimes being perfect is not perfect.
Okay, Dajnik, what do you got to say before we read some of these comments?
My parents, I do get tired of seeing them because
wow, this is ill.
They like not really like this that, but it's like because they do been together for a very long time, and they had ups and downs. Like, it's not pretty. Like, people be thinking that my household is pretty, we coochie. No, we have like ups and downs just because, like, where we live at, my parents are the only parents that been together forever. Everywhere where I live, everybody is separated. In my building, their mother and father is not together.
And this is why I say
so hold on. So that became a negative. So y'all didn't take that with a sense of pride and then like excitement. Hold on.
It's cool. Like when you go to school and stuff, it's cool. People be like, "Oh, you ain't got no daddy," and I be like, "Actually, I do have a dad. I got a dad and a mom." Like it's cool for a while. Then like you just every time it's
not
just
that
like
it's
so.
It's not that it's not cool. It's just to the point where sometimes you just like I don't want to go outside every day and be like, "Oh, you still got two parents." Like I'm not.
Why not? Why not?
She's annoying. She's basically saying that she want to feel the other side.
Let's read some of these comments and get back to that. And y'all leave it in the comment. And Al, we gonna need some therapy on this one because
she's basically saying that she wants to see the other side. But
why? Listen, all right. So, but listen, all right. But let's do this. Let's do this, right? Everybody here got money, right? Y'all got money in your pockets right now?
No.
All right. Yes. Listen.
Yes.
Because everybody says they want to see drama, they want to see controversy, they want to see problems until y'all get in it. So technically, me and your mother don't have to separate for me to show y'all some of those other sides of the fence. So y'all want to play that game? Do y'all really want to play that? Do you really want to see
it's
tragedy?
Really annoying because like when we go outside,
it wouldn't be tragedy. It's just sometimes it's just like I don't know how to explain it because it's more like I've never been in that situation where somebody has always this one person I know, they always say to me, "Oh, you have a village and you'll never know what it's like to not have a village." And that hurts because
Why would that hurt?
It hurts because some people think that I can't do things on my own because I have a village. And I feel like that's not true.
No, that's not true. You're taking that and turning it into that. Your village allows you to be more independent.
But
so why can't you tell that person, that I'm independent more because I have a village.
Because people would never see that.
They don't have to see it. It's not about them seeing it, and that's why I wanted to have this topic.
Both sides.
Because no, there's no both sides.
No, but
there's a factual side. No, Wiz. Because that's why you can tell me what you want to tell me, but this is why our kids are running into a wall right now because we want to agree just to say, yo, I agree.
No, I'm not agreeing.
No,
but
I can't agree with that. For those people that have been in a struggle will never say, I want to go through the struggle again. They have learned from it and they built core values. But none of them probably would say, like, I would just purposely go through the struggle again. I would purposely shoot me, I get out the hospital, shoot me again.
No. What I'm saying, how other people see it, it's like they're gonna have their own personal. You can't change.
But that's why this topic was important to me because I want these kids, not just my kids, but all the kids that's coming up, the people that you're affecting, for you to be able to tell them that it's okay to accept that you have this and it's a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? Why do I gotta be Foxy Red?
Understand. I'm just saying, like me and Al's era, right? This was the norm for the two parents in the household. So
Al, as soon as he finished, you read the comments, okay?
So it was the norm. So everything like this, but this era it's
that wasn't the norm. That wasn't the norm.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. But
that wasn't the norm.
A lot of households had two family homes. Like my cousin who just had his my uncle and my aunt been together for over 40 years. So that's the norm. Like in that era, that's what I'm saying. In that era. Now it's just like it's regular when that's like how you said when you went to the school and the teachers like, oh, you her father? They were shocked.
Yeah.
A lot of times that seemed like when it's like that, it was the norm.
All right, go ahead, Al. Read the comment, Al.
Okay, Javon Humphrey says, no single thing is perfect by itself. That's why we're born to attract other things to make up for what we lack. No single thing is perfect by itself. That's why we were born to attract other things to make up for what we lack.
Exactly.
Reggie Humphrey says, you were born from the joining of two into one.
Ew, go ahead, Reggie. That's what I'm talking about.
Sandy Salter said, you not born alone.
Talk about it, Salter.
You're not born alone. Your mother and father was there when you came into this world.
You better believe it.
All right. Uncle Guy says, God created men and women to procreate and grow together. I said created not to be alone.
There you go.
But Tyleka, you've been with your man for 11 years. So
I'm about to say that.
Okay. Capalot Twin says, they just haters.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Shahida says, it seems like you are looking for something, Tyleka. You said you've been together with your partner for 11 years. Reggie says, what is toxic stability?
Yeah.
To Kaiser, your phone is the same thing. If you look at your phone too long, then you need to put it down. It's the same concept. Looking at anything for too long should be boring for you.
But it ain't. She can watch them eating them Chinese noodles all day. Blah, 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 blah. Go ahead.
Emma Witherspoon said, parents have to let each other know to help you get through life.
Thank you.
Uncle Guy says, I see what the problem is here.
Talk to us, Uncle.
Amen. It sounds like they just want to be single in this generation. Wow. It takes a village to raise a child.
Yes, it does.
It sounds like they have hating on your village. Don't let them take that from you, and don't let them convince you to throw your village away. Emma says, it's a blessing to have both parents. You cannot let your other people get mad because you are blessed. Even though those people can't understand, then they can say you can have too many a family. I messed that up.
Yeah.
But Javon said it was an error. Okay, I got you. I was raised by mother only. She did a wonderful job. But if my father was there, I'm sure things would have been different. Okay, so let me share.
Go ahead, Al.
Quick.
Go get us, Al.
I come from a household where my parents were divorced, right? And up until probably the age that I think up until I was probably like 17, I prayed almost every day that I wish my parents would get back together. Because I witnessed individuals that had two-parent households and how much better they were doing, right? I had to wait weeks and months before I could see my father. Here, they could go home every day and see their mother and father. You know, there was times where my mother was like, I don't have time for you. And I couldn't just turn around and be up under my father. So again, we can't look at things based on what other people perceive them as.
There
It's
you
really
go.
what we feel in our hearts and what we have before us. When we have a 2-parent home, the statistics say that the children fare much better than
Much
single
better.
parent homes.
Mhm.
Okay, we can't take those things for granted. And when we have a village, that village checks the individuals that's out there looking to do wrong. Okay, so yeah, if people are acting funny because they say you have a village that you could depend on, okay, they're just saying that because they don't have the same opportunities and they don't have people to look out for them or to be there for them or to help to continue to guide them along their way when their parents are not up front and center.
And you know, I'm glad you put it like that, Al. And y'all get to say what y'all want to say. And I'm glad. Listen, this is not. Don't think that y'all saying anything that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear y'all opinions. This is what we do on Behind the Enemy Lines when we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies, especially the young ladies. We need to know what y'all thinking, where y'all going, so we can kind of understand and help us, you know what I'm saying, upgrade our thought process as well. You know, there's just certain things that I don't agree with, but when I read this article, like I said, the 2-parent advantage, you know, it also talked about individual experiences matter. Not everyone who grew up with both parents will automatically prioritize traditional family structure. Individual personalities, life experiences, or values also play a significant role in selection. Other factors like socioeconomic status, culture norms, and personal goals can also influence a woman's choice of partner regardless of her upbringing. So when I talked about this article and when I thought about this topic, it wasn't just because I wanted to pick on people. And like I said, and come from my daughters, you know, but when you come from the environment of which we coming from, and like I said, no one in this family fights alone. That's the slogan on our shirts. So why should it just be in trauma situations like cancer, AIDS, and everything else? Why are we not fighting for our relationships the same way? You know what I'm saying? Why are we not learning from each other? Like she said, back in the days, that's how it was. Why is something from back in the days still not good today? You know what I mean? You can learn from back in the days and you can combine them and still have something special. But to think that, you know, you're in this world alone, you gotta be alone. And I've kind of never, you know what I'm saying, got tired of seeing the Huxtables being together. I never got tired of that. You know what I mean? So to hear that kids are saying like, well, yo, they've been together too long. We gotta break it up. Why?
No.
Why?
We're not saying that. We're not saying that. We're not saying that you guys have to be apart for us to be happy. We're just saying that because y'all were together for so long, it just makes it seem like life is perfect on the outside looking in. And just because it looks like life is perfect doesn't mean that life is perfect.
All right, so you're about to be what, 20 what?
28.
Has me and your mother ever told you that life was perfect?
No.
No. We have told you what?
That life is life. You got to move through life.
No, not just that you got to move through life, but we've told you that you're going to get what the work that you put in. And we also try to show you that staying together is not something easy. So whenever you see somebody in a relationship 20, 30, 40, 50 years, it takes work to do that. It takes maturity. It takes growth. It takes a lot of I'm sorry. It takes a lot of I'm going to do better. And those things don't also just blossom in relationships. They blossom on your job sites. They blossom because I'm my job. I've been having a job 20 years. Should I just quit my job just for quitting?
No. Uncle Guy said that they're not recognizing the blessings that's right in front of them. I don't know for my other two sisters, but I'm gonna say I'm not saying that I don't see the blessings. It is a blessing, and I enjoy the blessings every day. But I'm still also my own person. Just because my family's a blessing doesn't mean that life is a blessing. That's where I was coming from.
Well, that's a deep thought.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Like she said, I do see the blessing. Like, it's nice, it's fun having two parents and stuff. But like, when you're my age and like you have a bunch of friends who only have like one parent, or like they have both of their parents in their life, but like they only live with one of their parents, and like they always ask you to do stuff, but you can't really do nothing because like you gotta ask two people, and two people gonna like really like it's gonna be. I don't even know.
She's pretty much.
I get what she. Let her talk. I get what she's saying. But hold on.
When you ask your mom,
you're gonna go next.
When you ask your mom, she be like, ask your dad, and you really don't want to ask your dad because you know your dad gonna say no. So,
well, your dad doesn't just say no, and that's one thing that I had to learn the hard way is that most kids don't want the father, and this is why the fathers need to be involved in your kid's life. They don't want the fathers around because we are the structured parent. We are 9 times out of 10, we're the security parent. We're the parent that's gonna make sure the lights are turned off when everybody's in bed. We're gonna make sure the doors is locked. We're gonna make sure that you check all the boxes for us to say yes. You're gonna have to earn it. Most of the fathers are not trying, most of the real fathers are not trying to be your friends. We're trying to help you get the opportunity to get your plane off the runway so when you do fly without a co-pilot, you can navigate and make it to your destination safe. So, you know, I used to talk to a lot of my friends, not just friends like, you know, guys I grew up with. Some of these older guys, I'm like, you know, damn, the kids, you know, feel like they don't like me sometimes. They're not gonna like you because you're that parent that has to put the foot down. You're that parent that's, you know, not gonna just tell them that it's okay to do this, that there's gonna be consequences. So could that be a issue with what y'all have sometimes with having 2 parents?
Yes, because my friends, like, there be times where, like, my friends, they be like, oh, you want to go to Dunkin' Donuts? You want to go here? I'd be like, no, my parents are going to say no. They be like, no, ask. I'd be like, they're going to say no.
Well,
and
you
it's
know,
just like, they be like,
all right,
why?
so
Like,
hold on. No, before we unpeel that, wait, stop. So let's unpeel that before you get to that. How many times did you take a bus and wind up on the other side of the Bronx without your parents' permission when you should have got your tail bust after and you didn't?
0 times.
No, your mother found you on the other side of the Bronx when you were supposed to be in school. And because you had 2 parents that navigated each other, we thought about the best way to handle the situation without it being negative.
He said it totally different. I did not skip school. It was after. I skipped after school.
Listen, it
Something
don't matter
that we
whether
don't do nothing. Like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when your parents think you're in school and you're not in school. It is wrong. There's no way to put that right. And see, and that's what's wrong with this generation. Y'all just talk to be right. Y'all don't want to see the facts and say, hey, could I have been wrong in that situation? So if you, and Al will talk about it, and WIZZ will tell you too, before, after, when we did that, when we was coming up, not only did we get our foots, the foots lost in us, we didn't go talk to none of our friends. See, y'all think because your friends are acting out or making y'all feel that y'all are wrong. One thing I loved about my generation, I never just took my friends' feelings and made them my feelings. You shouldn't feel some type of way because your friends are saying, hey, you're underachieving when you got all this support. You should ask yourself, am I underachieving? Where do I want to go? You shouldn't be like, oh, well, I could talk to my moms, but I can't talk to my pops. Why not? Because I can't overrun my pops. I can overrun my moms. You shouldn't feel like, oh, well, I want to act out because all the other kids are acting out because their father is not there holding them accountable. So the one thing I can say that I love about the union that I have with my wife, we don't always get along. We don't get along 9 out of 10 days. But one thing we do is hold ourselves accountable. If I'm going too hard, she brings me back. If she's going too hard, I bring her back. And that's what a balanced relationship does. So when we talked about this topic, Twix is 2 better than 1. It wasn't really about was we as good parents. The conversation just kind of went that way, or we better together. It kind of went that way. It was like, what does the effect have on you as women in y'all selections? That's what we kind of talked about. So when I look at Talika, whether you like it or not, and sometimes your kids just don't want to admit it. You have an 11-year relationship because you saw a long relationship with your parents. Dajanique, the men that have come and gone out of your relationship, some of them didn't stay because they didn't meet the standards. And the ones that are meeting the standards are starting to stay around because, once again, you have a bullseye. Takaja, some of the little knuckleheads that you want to go to Dunkin' Donuts with instead of going to where you're supposed to be at, when those guys are failing and flunking, if you're not where you're supposed to be because your parents are making sure that, see, you can go to Dunkin' Donuts when you got straight A's. When you a F student, do you think your parents want to hear about you having Dunkin' Donuts?
Guys, I'm not an F student. So.
Oh, no, not you particular, but this is what's happening in the community. Why is he go so hard, say no? I don't know what that's supposed to say, Sandy, so they might have to put that. Gen Z, have you, huh? Why is who going? Yeah, and then a lot of times,
my dad's new reason for saying no as well is because I have practice.
Well, no, it's not just because you have practice. You haven't earned the right. See, a lot of times, practice is just an outlet for you to do better at what you're doing. Well, Al, you got that one?
Yeah, Emma says, but y'all can't let others take your joy away. I had 2 parents, and they say I have to talk to my mother and father. I'm a single parent. I thank God for my family for helping. My daughter tells me stories now how she took my car to Georgia. I called her to go to the store for me. She got on the highway to get what I wanted from the store.
It's the car with the Georgia. So
Yeah,
that was the real aspect of what we talking about. So me as a parent, I'm gonna speak for me. I'm proud of what I've done and what I've been a part of because you guys are successful in what you're doing. You guys are chasing businesses. You're looking for stable relationships. You know, you're beating a lot of the statistics. You guys wasn't teen pregnancies. You know, you guys are able to take your own finances and put them into what you want and chase your dream. Would you be able to do that if you didn't have two parents?
Some people, yes.
Yeah.
Some people.
Yes.
Why do you just say yes so equally?
Because you can. Just
All right, so
just
all right,
because
watch this.
you
All right, watch this.
Just
Y'all
because
say
you
yes.
have
All right,
two
y'all say yes so quick.
parents
All right, watch this.
doesn't
Watch this.
mean-
Watch this. Y'all say yes so quick, right? How many of y'all pay y'all rent on time?
That does not have to.
No, Max. No,
That's
I'm trying to prove a point here. It does have a point because see, and where stop me if I'm lying. And y'all don't even have full rent, but I'm just saying these are the other chores you have to pick up when another parent is not in the household. Al, am I lying, Al?
Absolutely.
This is why I'm not trying. I'm not trying to shame anybody. Some of the things I'm not talking about is not directly happening with us. I'm just trying to point out the fact that what y'all don't see as a blessing, y'all realize on the other side of that curse, these are the things that you will have to do. How many times did y'all really have to go downstairs and help your mother with the bags? Only if I'm not there.
All the time.
Not all the time.
I got called down all the time.
Talega, all the time?
Yes, and I had
All
to
the
carry
time.
all the bags upstairs
All the
from
time.
BJ's and
when
all
did
the
that? And when
cases
did that
of
start?
water.
And when did that start?
I know she's lying. Ever
Hey,
since
you-
I was born, guys, ever since I was
Takaja
born,
comes
I
downstairs and
carry
carries
all
just
the
a bag of
bags.
chips and brings it
I carry
upstairs.
all the bags.
Dajnik, what about you? What about you?
All the time.
See these small things that, and they won't tell the truth, but in the beginning, they never carried anything. You know what I'm saying? I would go downstairs to help their mother first and then send them downstairs to help. At the end of the day, the most heaviest stuff I would always take because those things I was in position to do. See, so all the small things that you don't notice when you do have a two-family household, when you lose that other half, now you guys become responsible for that.
I'm gonna
Hey,
teach y'all a
Gabe.
trick. If you
Go ahead,
little,
go ahead, Al.
when you little, right, and your parents, and you in the car with your parents, and they go grocery shopping, go to sleep. Go to sleep. They not gonna wake you up to carry no bags.
I wake them up.
You
boy.
5 years old. They
I
not
wake 'em
finna.
up.
You like
I wake 'em
you
up.
like
That is
7. They not
strategy.
gonna wake
I
you up to
'em- I
carry
wake 'em
no
up.
bags.
And Uncle God said, and you should help your mom with the bags. Yeah, I agree because it installs responsibility. And that's another thing that's happening with these younger youth. Y'all don't want to put in the work. Y'all just expect that you're going to be a pot of gold at the end of the road without following the rainbow. How do we get here?
Amen.
Let Al say something.
Can I give you some scripture today?
Yes, go. Come on.
Okay, we're coming from the book of Ephesians, and this is for the parents and the children, right? It says, children, do what I'm reading from the Message version because this is clearer for the children to understand. It says, children, do what your parents tell you. This is only right. Honor your father and mother is the first commandment that has a promise attached to it, namely, so you will live well and have a long life, right? And then it says, fathers, this is for the parents, don't frustrate your children with no-win scenarios. Take them by the hand and lead them in the way of the master. So in other words, you want to be able to not always be that no type of parent. You want to be able to grab your child by the hand and show them what the right thing looks like. Let them experience it for themselves so that way you never have to revisit that thing again.
I agree. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. So you think we're gonna wrap it up with this topic. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can put in the chats, but I truthfully believe that having two parents, you know what I'm saying, whether they're married or not, whether they've been together a long time or not, because a lot of parents, you know what I'm saying, are together but they're not married, whatever. You know, I still like, it's about having that yin and yang for me, and that's what it's about. So you guys think that having
you about to get hit with the child labor law with Takaja.
Man, listen,
Yes.
Takaja makes more money than all of us and does the least out of all of us.
That's actually not
so,
true, guys.
At the end of the day, not true. She got, you know what?
Please,
You know
I
what?
don't confirm or deny
Stop.
anything that has to do with money.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I'm glad you don't. So I'm gonna turn off that bank card when we get out of here.
Wait.
Yeah,
hold
we'll
up.
talk about that. So,
Wait.
Dajnik, one more time. Haven't both parents had no effect on the men that you're picking and choosing?
No.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. So you just believe in your head that you just woke up one day and knew how to pick all the choices on your own?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying.
So what are you saying? I'm asking. What are you
just
saying?
Because I could learn from watching my parents. I could learn from watching other people outside. I could learn.
You're going off the rails. So you telling me you learned nothing from watching your mother and father?
Yeah, I did.
So did it have an effect? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Did it have a positive or negative effect?
It had some positives, some negatives.
Okay. What are some positives?
Like some.
We already know the
positives-
negative. I've been around too long. Okay.
Like
Let's go positive.
some positives that the person that I really wanted took care of me like the way how I liked it. Sometimes it was like off and on, and I was getting tired of keep asking the same thing. So I seen like my parents, they going through that, so I don't want to go through the same thing.
Go through what? Say that again. Hold on. What?
Just forget it.
No, say that again. The end of the part. Go through what? You lost me now.
Like go through struggles, like fighting, arguing. Like I don't want to go through that. I don't like if I see other people in relationships going through that. I don't want to go through that. So I try to talk to my significant other without fighting or arguing or stressing each other out.
Okay.
So let me read this comment real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Uncle God says your mother and father are the only people in your life that want you to do better than them. And Emma says a long life can be suffering if you don't honor your parents. That's the word.
Okay. So Talita.
I was just gonna say, like I said earlier, I don't feel like having both my parents did and didn't benefit me in my relationship.
It did and
it
didn't?
did and didn't. Like,
Okay.
Like Dajanique said, it has some positive effects in my relationship and it has some negative effects, but that's just life because everybody's relationship is different, especially because you're in different generations.
So you don't feel like you can take, because I was gonna say that too, because see, Dajanique thinks she's Jamaican, but that's only because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she ain't getting nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, me and my Antiguan friends, you know, I'm with the Evander, you know what I'm saying? Gun Hill Road, we in the building. I was a real as fake as Jamaican, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get out.
so you heard
Get
Bob
out.
Marley in the crib. Dajanique, you want to shake your head? I was cooking jerk chicken in the crib before you, fried fish, all that. You ain't get none of that from me. None of the see, quiet as church mouses.
Okay, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Get out.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that growing to me, this is what I learned in a two-family house, right? My mother and father, stability. I learned the work ethic.
Work
make
ethic,
sure,
yes.
As far as making, my father told me this is the important things to have. Make sure you maintain when you go to work. First thing you get paid, get your tokens. At the time, it was tokens.
Yeah, I remember tokens.
Tokens. Now you got to get a Metro card. Make sure you put money aside. You know, make sure you always help your moms out with the stuff as far as going to downstairs. If she wants you to go to the store. Help us, with anything we need in the house. So my mom showed me the love, and both of them showed me the love. But I'm just saying, as far as the nurturing of a woman, the caring. My parents showed me the way of life of going places and going to baseball games, doing stuff together. So that's why I learned to make sure,
I got to do a dance with a song. Come on, man. Caller, you're live on Behind the Enemy Lines. Who we talking to?
What's going on? It's Monty the God.
Monte the God is in the building. Shout out to Tug of War. Y'all see them every once a month. You know what I'm saying? We're going to work out some things. You live with Kaiser on the right. You got hair and makeup in the middle. And then you got Neek Tumblers on the left there. What you want to say?
What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to put that about the whole father and mother situation.
Mm-hmm.
Watching my parents, a little bit of time they was together, was, I think, beneficial for me when it comes to certain things. Like my pops, anytime he'd come home, like with the check or whatever, however they did it back in the day, like it was always he would take out his money for his beer and whatever left would like give it to my mom and let her handle the rest. And I never understood that until I got older, and I asked him, I was like, what was the point? He's like, why would I care about money if everything that needs to be done in the house is done?
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't need to go nowhere. My kid got roof on his head. There's food on the table. There's other stuff. Why unless I'm going out, I don't need it. So I'm gonna give it to somebody. Not to say he was irresponsible with money, but if she knows what to do with it, she got everything done. Why not just give it to her? And then all I need is my beers, and I'm good. So in that aspect, I guess I get it when it comes to having two parents and trying to watch them, raise a kid. But then it also, when they did separate, it also did help me when it was just, my mom, I had to call my father, separately or see him less. It was hard, but it did help me throughout life. So I think both, depending on how you were raised and the way you look at it, I guess, helps you. And
did we lose him?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Monte.
No, I was just saying that pretty much helps me. But I think it all depends on how you look at it. Like, I think watching, I wouldn't say struggle, but watching, my mom had two kids at the time, raising her by herself. It did not only help me value a dollar and help me look at stuff differently.
Yeah, I definitely
it helped me do a lot.
I definitely understand that. So I appreciate you for calling in, Monte the God. Y'all can catch Tug Award next month. They'll be back on the 2nd, I believe. Great show where they do give and take. You better have a good, old head refresher this time, bro.
I'm going to try.
Okay, Emma says this generation don't see that some of the things they do come from their parents.
Agreed.
Okay, and Phyllis Comfort says, then there is a two-parent home that is always fighting. The kids have to learn from life experience what a relationship is.
And I agree with that. I'm glad somebody finally brought up the other side of that, you know what I'm saying? Because we do know that some relationships aren't meant to be together, you know what I'm saying? And that is the blessing, at least having an aiming point or example of what you can see as a successful relationship. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I can tell you about some toxic situations and fighting. My kids never experienced that. You might experience one sleeping on the couch for a night. You might experience some attitude coming in, but never fisticuffs. So no, we don't want to see those type of relationships stay together. And there should be a third party person that they know or someone to help them get the help that they need at that point. Am I lying, Wiz? Because sometimes the friends that you have in your circle, if they see that y'all fighting every day like cats and dogs, no, that's not normal. You should get yourself involved, or you gotta get out the situation. But the statistics said it. Al said it. You know what I'm saying? This is not just me saying it. And I think one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation, because we are now handing over the kids to the keys to the 29-year-olds, the 26-year-olds, the 15-year-olds. And they're giving each other advice on these situations. What you said? I hear you. What's that? Speak up.
She learning the people's ages.
I'm 25.
She said,
I'm not trying to give up y'all full age, but go ahead. Your birthday's coming up. I'm not giving up your full age. So that's the point of having these conversations, is that the advice that y'all giving, don't just give advice off of just what you went through so far. Do some history. Then jump in the future. Talk to someone older. Talk to someone younger. And most of you guys that's on this panel today, your feelings have been affected because just what somebody else is perceiving and not really what y'all going through. At least I can say I feel the way I feel by what I went through. You know what I'm saying? Al, how about you?
Well, absolutely. Everything for me, every experience that I've ever had has been a life lesson for me. So my father and mother not being where they're supposed to be, me trying to be in the streets, all the things that I had to encounter, I learned a valuable lesson, and it helped me to be a better me for my children.
And me as a father, you know what I'm saying? And Wiz, I'll tell you too, like, come on, I met Wiz kids. I've been in some of his functions. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter is my daughter. You know what I'm saying? When she's out in Albany or even she's in the car with you. You know, we give y'all being. All right, let me say it like this. Staying in a relationship is never easy. Staying as a full-time parent is never easy. Some parents we see jump ship very easy when it comes to their kids. It's F you, go figure it out. Run yourself into a wall. We want to be those parents, or I want to be that parent that, yes, I don't care who you with, how old you are. There's an aiming point. There's something you can say, well, you know what? Hey, I can see why you do this. Or I can come back and get some advice. I might not always have the best advice, but I can have some. I'm not going to always have the most money, but I got some. So when you have at least those two structures, it's a beautiful thing. And don't be in a rush to find out what it is like to be an orphan. Annie was trying to get in the house the whole show. Right? Y'all saw Annie, right? Don't be in the rush to know what it's like not to have your next meal. Don't be in the rush to find out what it's like to be in a lot of bad relationships. Because see, that trauma follows you, right, Al?
That's right.
And then now you don't forget how to love. You forget how to, because the give and take, when you have two parents, that yin and yang, the give and take, is a marvelous thing. It's a dance that's never ending. And it's not an easy dance. What's the most complicated dance they do, Al?
What's that thing called?
What they do? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I used to see it on the competitions that, you know, one of them hard dances. You used to be a dancer. What's one of them hard dances?
The tango.
Yeah, the tango. Something like the tango. It's a give and take. And it's not just about married and being unmarried. Because you can be unmarried and still be in a very successful relationship as mother and father, right, Al?
That's right.
As team, partner, captain, co-captain. And then sometimes you could be the captain and let me be the co-captain. So I hope that the kids are not just saying that, you know, well, my friends and all the friends that I got, they all like that. So I just want to do it to see what it feels like. That's when we get in trouble. Am I lying, Al?
Amen.
That's when we get in trouble. That's when you realize, and sometimes you don't get to fall and fall on your hand, your knee. Sometimes you fall right on your face, and it becomes a problem. The best learning experience is the ability to learn from others. Learning from your own experience is a fool's way of learning. Wow.
Amen.
That's deep. Y'all understood that one?
Then why they do that in school?
What?
When you make a mistake in school, they tell you to learn from your mistakes by yourself. Because you made that mistake.
Well, and that what they're saying in that, can y'all answer that for y'all sister? Hold on. I can't be the only one talking here.
Yeah.
Can y'all answer that? Ask the question again.
Oh, why in school they tell you to learn from your own mistakes? Actually, get out.
Because
I apologize, man.
Because when you learn from your own mistakes, you know that you can do better. You can try to do it. You don't want somebody else to just do it for you. No, you have to learn, because when you go on your own in the real world, or when you get older, you like, okay, I know how to do it. I learned from my mistake last time. Don't do this again. I know how somebody felt. Like if you say something bad or disrespectful to someone and they do something wrong to you, you're not going to like it. And then the next time you're going to do it, you're like, wait, I learned the last time something happened to somebody didn't like it. So you learn from your mistakes. You saw the bad side, now you know the good side.
All right, hand makeup, what you think?
I think they just tell you that in school just to give you the life value of, you'll never be in somebody else's shoes, so why should I fix something that you did when I did that mistake before?
Okay, Wiz, what's your take on that, Wiz?
My thing is you gotta learn from you to make sure if you make a mistake, you just write it. You make sure you just don't do it again.
You know, my thing is critical thinking. And when I hear teachers says go back and learn from your mistake, because when we used to write out our equations, and we'll read the next comment right after, say this out, because I don't want to hold up too long. Right. When you go and you do, because before we turned in our work, we used to check, recheck. Like when they talk about construction, measure twice, cut once. Mm-hmm. A lot of you guys are not measuring twice before you cut. And a lot of y'all cuts are emotional cuts. So feelings come and go. They're not supposed to stay. So sometimes y'all do something out of emotional rage, and then you realize, I didn't even need to do that. you realize I could have communicated better. So when your teacher's saying that at school, she says, I want you to be able to go back and notice the mistake. Where in the process did you make a mistake? But you guys, especially 15 and under, y'all just be like, oh, well, I'm not going to do it. Oh, well, I'm not going to. Oh, well. And then when y'all hear the comment of this is why you can't get nowhere, because y'all just think that you're going to be beautiful forever. It's not going to happen. You think you're going to be young forever. It's not going to happen. You think you're going to have the most money. It's not going to happen. So going back and finding your mistake means that you are using your mind to see where you made the mistake and how to overcome it again.
And they could just tell you that just to see what method you'd come up with to fix your own problem.
There you go.
Because
critical thinking.
everybody doesn't have their own. Everybody doesn't have the same method, and I only say that because like my method, which is kind of, is pretty much the word love, and each letter has a difference and a different standard to help fix a mistake, because you'll never know what the word love means until somebody tell you.
Okay, well, don't share it right now. They have to go to your TikTok to find that out, because I would like to hear what that is, because I told you guys before what love is, you know what I mean? But go ahead, Al, we'll read the rest of these comments. And I know we're running on time, so you got to keep me on track, Al, because I got started late. I apologize.
Well, I want to comment on what he
Wait,
said.
let them read the comments, and then you can comment.
Reggie Humphrey says, my father taught me that you can't bring everyone home. My parents are about to finally meet the woman I'm dating. They've never met anyone I'm dating. Uncle Guy says it's not true.
Well, I told y'all that on purpose, because you want to take pride in what you bring home.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you want to take pride in, when I met and y'all think it's funny, man. I still remember it was one of the craziest Easters of my life when I had to meet your great-grandfather. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really have the freshest clothes, but I knew when I went in there, I had a bald head, I was sweating. And when he sat me down, he said, what's your intentions with my granddaughter? I couldn't just be like, oh, well, Pops, I'm going to spank that. I'm going to do what I do. Figure it out. We live in a life. You know, those qualities transition in every generation. Al, stop me if I'm lying, Al.
I'm going to have something for you in a minute, as soon as I finish reading these comments.
Wiz. There's certain qualities that are going to they're gonna be good in your generation, her generation, your kids' generation. Because my goal is, at the end of the day, that I hope that I passed enough down to my yang, and my wife passed down enough of her yang, so when these little grandchildren start popping up, y'all give them the same balance and opportunity and chances to be successful. We can't choose all the choices for you. We can't do that. That's not what I'm saying. I just gave you a base. If you still decide to go another way, you can't say that you didn't have a reference guidance. So as long as I can say that, I'm happy. I'm ready for the next comments.
All right. So Uncle Guy says, school teach you to learn from the mistakes of others. It's called history class. Amen. Shahida says, sometimes they tell you that because they know that either you just doing anything to get it out of the way, and they know you can do better. Amen. Emma says, when I was real young, I stole from Macy's. I was with friends. My friends got caught. I learned that lesson, never to steal again. Amen. So life lessons are important. That's right. Shahida says, why can't you bring who you date home, Dajanique? If he's good enough to date you, then he should be willing to meet your parents.
Yeah, you know, I was going to put her on the spot with that too, because she said for a year. You know what I'm saying? But every time I ask her, she tell me she's single. So which one is it?
Wow.
Which one is it?
So wait, she never met their parents never met the guy you dating now?
Why not?
because I'm not ready to.
Why are you not?
It's a year though.
Why you now see now, Al, because I've learned, Al, and I've evolved. I almost ran down on a couple dudes, but then I'd have been wrong, right, Al?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though, man. And I gotta respect what she's saying, because in hindsight, if we really listening, even though she's been with this individual for a year, she's still not sure if this is the one. So why bring him home to my parents, and then maybe 6 months down the line, now we're not together. And now I got to do this thing all over again. And I got to hear my dad and mom possibly say, oh, well, I told you that you got to make better choices. You know what I mean? So here she is making the better choice and not bringing somebody who she's not 1,000% sure. She want to be 1,000% sure. And y'all got to accept that because that's something that you've taught her.
Okay, yeah, that's
right?
something that I told you.
So let me help you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, coming from the Bible again.
Come from the Bible.
Right? Proverbs, 4th chapter, 7th verse. It says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Right? Exhort her, and she, this is talking about wisdom, exhort her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Now, here's what that is saying. We have experiences in life, and those experiences teach us things. Now, it's for us to use wisdom in that teaching to be able to make the right decisions, to be able to recognize when things are going wrong, to be able to recognize when things are going right, and make the right choices so that we can be successful in what the good Lord is giving us. Okay? So if we don't learn from these experiences and utilize the experiences for a benefit, then the wisdom that we're supposed to use in it is going to fail, and we're going to be in a dark place.
I agree. And I enjoy all those scriptures. But I will say this. As a man to man, no parent or no man that I know wants his daughter to be out in places all weird hours, times of the nights, and not even know the person that you with. So you've seen the movie Taken, right? And y'all know the concept of that.
Liam Neeson.
So when I talk to my kids about bringing someone over, after you go 6 months and you know you might have something. I'm not saying it's going to be the perfect. I'm not going to say it might not end. I've seen a lot of people come through the revolving door. And to tell y'all the truth, it's been only a couple times that I've ever really made a comment to y'all about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes they had their feet on my couch. I had to knock their feet down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to learn from that. But it sucks as a father to know that your kid is out with some random guy that you know nothing about and anything can happen. That's not a good feeling for a father at all. So a lot of times that might sound good, like, oh, I'm not ready. Well, once you was ready to go on long distance trips, it was ready. And I would say that to any male. I don't need to know everything about everything, but I at least need to know a face and a name.
So let me help you with that, Gate. So here's where the wisdom sets in. And this is for the responsibility, accountability of the man that she's with. If they've been together that long and they're going to places and they're spending that type of time together, he should be saying to her, we're not doing another thing until I meet your parents.
And I was about to say it. You took the words right out of my mouth before I get there. And then that shows me. So when I do make a judgment, you gave me the doors to open to do that. And I think Emma said that. Yes, all that's true, but she's been with him for a year. And if you're not comfortable with him now, how long should it take for wisdom to set in?
But that's why I read the scripture.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you know, don't follow the trends of what's going on. Go back, like your teachers are telling you. Do your history, like Uncle Guy said. Check where you're making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And then move on from there. So that topic, like I said, Twix, 2 is better than 1. I still think it is. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all out there in the public got that. You know what I mean? I think all of my children have, you know what I'm saying, benefited greatly from having 2 prime examples, you know what I'm saying? And wherever they're going to go is going to be positive any way you look at it, you know what I'm saying? So, second topic, if we got time, or should we just go into the Chucky's Cut, Al?
Oh, we got time.
We got time.
We go to 7:30.
So second topic. Oh, no. As a matter of fact, we're not going to do the second topic. We'll just go into Takai's takes right now. And then if we'll have time, we'll go on for the second topic. And the second topic, if we get to it, is plug in and plug out. This is from Uncle Guy. You know what I'm saying? Who is it easier to move on after a breakup, men or women? Plug in, plug out. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go into Takai's takes, ladies and gentlemen. Takai's takes. Let's get up here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Behind the Enemy Lines, IAXIS Radio. And keep putting those comments, keep sharing the like, you know what I'm saying? Keep putting those thumbs up. Everything that we need, all the support, we appreciate it. Brought to you on IAXIS Radio, Behind the Enemy Lines podcast, where we talk about relationships from the male's point of view. But we don't exclude the ladies. And for today, I brought out my ladies, and it's Takai's Takes that we're about to get into. Takai's Takes is a segment where my youngest daughters, she comes up and she speaks about what's going on for the youth. And you heard she said 15 and under, you know what I'm saying? Like, she can't wait till we break up so she can go have excuses in school, you know what I mean?
No,
So
I love that my parents are together, guys.
We're gonna see what kind of topics she has for us today in Takai's Takes. So, Takai, how you been?
I've been really good, guys. Super good.
Shout out to Vocals by Jamel. What's something new that you learned?
Something new that I learned. Actually, I didn't learn this. It's something I've been saying for a while. Like, and I really love saying this. Anytime like somebody just does something that just like it's funny, but it's not funny, or like it's just really out of pocket, I just be like, get out.
Okay.
Or like if it's something really crazy, I'd be like, no, actually get out, walk out.
Okay.
That too. I love saying.
Dajnik, stand up for a second. Stand up for a second. Stand up. That's my middle daughter, Dajnik. She's been on the show before. I just want her to display the shirt. Once again, we're celebrating Cancer Awareness Month. We got our own event that we do. It's called Pinkoween. You can see we have the pumpkins on the bottom. Yes, we paint pumpkins. We turn them from orange into pink. We want to take the most iconic thing about, you know what I'm saying, October, which is the pumpkin, and make it a symbol of support, all right? Go out and support somebody during this cancer time, all right? Educate yourself, get early testing, all right? And get tested when you're supposed to. All three of my daughters, I tell them, all right? And then celebrate the survivors, okay? That's what we're doing. Kaija, so what is something that you want to learn?
Something I want to learn is... Something I want to learn is how to, like, take more things serious, because I don't take anything serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will laugh at you. Like, my friend made me realize this, because, like, the other day, she told me something really crazy, and I just started laughing at her. And then she was like, why are you laughing? And I was like, I don't know. I just don't take anything serious. You tell me something, I'm going to laugh at you.
Okay. What's your fashion tip for us?
I think, a fashion tip that for you guys I have is stop putting those, like, you guys know those Carhartt vests? I'm going back to the Carhartt vests. The Carhartt vests, those, and then putting on a big jacket on top. Like, it actually looks dumb, and I know you guys are hot. It's cold, but it's not that cold. Like, it's how you call it? A construction vest. And then you put in a big puffer jacket. You put in a moose knuckle on top of it. You put in a super dry on top of it. You put in a Sam's coat on top of it. I know you're hot. and it be the kids that be coming to school musty too. So.
What y'all feel about her
and
fashion
mostly
tip?
boys be doing that. Only boys be doing that.
Talega, what y'all feel about her fashion tip?
Nice.
Is it true? Is that what's happening? Y'all agree? Disagree?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to boys. I don't be looking at them. I don't look at how they.
You don't look at fashion?
No.
Yo, you be lying. Yo, y'all be lying.
I don't really agree with, the whole fashion thing, but I can tell you them Sam coats, it do be high, and the boys with the hoods on underneath the coats, that the jackets are too hot for that. It is 65 degrees, 40 degrees outside, but by the time y'all leaving school, it's like 75, 80 degrees. And it makes no sense to be going to school with a Sam's coat on or with a super dry. But then again, Takaji just wore a super dry to school 2 days ago, and it was 70
Actually,
degrees.
y'all, look, guys, I wear the super dry to school every morning because it's cold outside. In the morning, it'd be 20 degrees. But when I get out of school, it'd be like 5 o'clock, and the sun start going down. It starts getting cold. So I'm still going to wear my coat. I don't care. It's not like I'm wearing 3 jackets, 3 sweaters, and then I'm putting a super dry on top. No.
Okay, before we go into your topic, right, because this got said, and I got lost in translation because you said they always go ask their mother because dad always says no. By raising hand, who says more yeses to y'all? Your mother or your father? Your mother or your father?
My dad.
Dajnik?
I don't ask questions.
No. You gotta answer the question. Yeah. Say you don't like to ask that because you always gotta know.
I don't ask neither.
Dajanique, stop the cap because I'm about to. Your mother said more yeses than me.
Yeah, whatever. That's yes to her. Whatever, I don't care.
So your mother says more yeses than me.
I guess, yes.
When have I said no to you?
Never.
Never. Okay. Tyler?
I mean, they both say yes, but to the other two siblings, it seems like I just get told yes just because I'm the oldest. So
she gets told yes from my mom for anything.
I do agree that my mom does tell me yes, but then I also have a statement of my dad has never said no. I think I've only got told no once by my mom, but that's just because I got on her last nerves and she was just over it.
Okay. Kevin said I agree. I was scared at first because I'm not giving up my car, man.
No, y'all need to get
Thank
those
God
up.
I'm cancer survivor, 18 years. Yes, we talked about you, Emma, this week, and you're one of the reasons why we started walking and we continue to do the things that we do. We want you to continue to be a good fighter. Men and women, check your breasts every month. Early detection is the key. Love you guys. We appreciate you. Kaja, what's your topic?
This topic is...
And sisters, answer the topic first. And ladies, the phone lines are open, 347-708-0216.
Very off the shoulder.
Okay.
Do you guys feel that when you have friends, right? And your friends ask you, like, specific questions, and you feel like your questions are targeted towards you, do you feel like you should feel a certain way? Or do you feel like you should just answer their question?
Go ahead, Tyler, you first.
I don't really understand where she's coming from.
So you might have to say that again.
I'm saying, okay, so like, say you have a friend, right? And they ask you, like, oh, you do something to your friend like a while ago, and they ask you a question about what you did. And like, they don't make it directly towards you, but like, they say it as in third person. Yes. But I'm trying to figure out, should you answer the question how you feel, or should you answer it as in the third person?
That just depends on the type of person you are. If you're a sarcastic person, 9 times out of 10, you're going to answer the question back in third person. But if you want to be real and honest with the person, you're just going to answer the question, because it's just going to be an ongoing conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all can put in the comments as well, how would y'all answer the question, or should you answer the question, or if you don't understand it, so Takashi can explain it again. Nick, it's on you.
I would just answer the question the way how I feel, because it all depends on the type of question they are asking you, but you're still giving your honest opinion, because the question that the person might ask you is something that they want to do, and they want to see your opinion. They want to see how you feel about the situation, or what you think about it. Would you do it? They want to see if you would do it, and if you would do it, they'll probably try it, or they probably won't try it because what you said. So you just got to tell them how you feel.
All right, read what she said, Kaja. Read what Emma said. It's right there.
Then if you feel that, call them and what?
Ask.
If you feel that, call them and talk to them about it, basically.
But it also depends on where the conversation is being brought up. Because if hypothetically speaking, if me personally, I go out with my friends and we go out with one other person that wasn't there when that situation happened, and they try to bring it up, then I would feel a type of way. Why would you want to bring something up around somebody else that was never there?
What you over here being messy for?
Wiz? Don't try to go on your phone, brother.
I'm sorry. I would have to just answer that question. I would ask the question, and then I would have to ask them. I probably would ask it, but with an attitude. If it's getting up to me, like if it's like and for me on the third person, and ask them why they're asking that question.
So explain it again. If I went out with a friend,
No, you don't have to go out
Oh,
with them.
oh,
Like,
okay.
You just have a friend and they ask you a question about something that happened between y'all.
Me
they
and that
ask-
person.
and they ask you in third person.
Okay.
How would you answer it? Like how you feel, or in third person as well?
I will answer it as me in first, second, and third person. All right, like, you know, you gotta get to a point where you gotta hold people accountable, because like people, and I don't even want to say hold accountable in a bad way.
Thanks, Don.
If you don't just be saying thanks, don't read what people said. People, other people listening.
Don said he agrees with me.
He agrees with what? He's always agreeing with you. Don don't never disagree with you.
As he should.
As he should. No, he ain't, because we should get to that next topic. You look, I ain't bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Monte said he missed the question. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of flames up here today. You know what I'm saying? But I should have been flaming back.
The question was pretty much, if you and somebody having a conversation and they bring up something that happened in the past, how would you react to it? Would
But
you
in the past, or you said third person?
If they asked you in third person, how would you respond? Would you respond in third person, or would you respond as if it was a regular day?
Well, I would respond regular, you know, and then if I wanted to be a wise guy, I would respond in third person. But I would hold them more accountable as a friend. Like, why you asking me something in third person?
Yeah,
how we
I had to
went?
ask
That's what I mean about holding them accountable. Why you asking me something in third person? Because obviously it must have been something that y'all didn't agree on, right? Or something that she felt you did wrong to disrespect them. Is that right?
Why you ask neighbor that question?
Is that what we saying?
Yeah, so here's where the wisdom should kick in, right? So you know whether that question is in reference to a situation that you have with that individual. And what you should be saying is, okay, let's clear the table.
Yeah.
Let us handle this. Are you asking me based on blase that happened with us? If so, then let us have a conversation so that we don't have to have this conversation again.
Yeah, I would say that too. I like that. Okay, I like that. Y'all got any topics y'all want to talk about before I step into my
Wait,
next
I have
topic?
another scenario.
Go ahead.
I have a scenario. Okay, so say, right, you and your friend, right, you guys had something at school, and you left like a shirt or a sweater at school, right? And then a couple months later, your friend showed up to school with that sweater on.
That happened to me.
What would you do? What would you like? Would you
Ladies?
ask your friend? Like,
Ladies?
would you tell you, like, that's your best friend? Like, that's your best friend and stuff. Like, would you ask your friend to give it back to you? Or, like, would you ask them to, ask them how did they get it and why didn't they tell you they had it?
Ladies?
When they're saying it's not yours.
Oh, man. Ladies, y'all first.
I would have said you could have just asked me to borrow the sweater. I wouldn't even go to the D, because you know it's your sweater. You know how you put your clothes. You know what your clothes smell like. You know your scent. So I would have been like,
I'm not sniffing
you
nobody.
could've-
The shirt been going for a week.
I'm reacting.
I'm not
No,
sniffing.
What you talking about? This is my
mine,
shirt.
you
I'm
know
not
the
sniffing. This is my
design,
shirt.
I'm not sniffing
So I
nobody.
would have said, oh, I could have just bought you a sweater. You could have just asked me about
No,
your sweater.
but this is my
Or
sweater.
If you know it's your sweater, and if you're that kind person to go out and spend your money and just buy a new sweater and give it to them and be like, okay, now you can give me my sweater back. But actually, no,
Why
you can have
you
it.
always lying?
No, I would never take the other sweater back.
You would have grabbed the sweater off. Tali
Not
was like,
my
oh,
old self.
You would have grabbed the sweater off.
My old self, I'd have been like, give me my sweater. I'm sorry.
So you started with that. Let's start with that.
Wiz, you better give her a sweater.
Yeah, she got mad because I said this is my sweater. I don't know what she talking about.
That
It's
is
mine.
my old
Don't start
self,
with the
but
lie.
now
Don't
you
start
just
with the
like,
lie.
you can't put your hands on everybody, so you just gotta talk to them with your words. You
Oh,
can't
right,
So,
right,
but no,
right.
but my whole thing is, I got a question. How's the trust now with your friendship?
You told somebody I would not trust you. Just let her know, like, from now on, I do not trust what you say to me. I will have to see it. I will have to, grow into it.
Takaja, read Monte's comment, then Talika, you answer.
It depends, because I don't hold my tongue, especially when you put it out into the open.
Okay. Go ahead. Talika, read Takaja. Go ahead.
How has high school searching been going? Do you feel nervous about high school? Actually, I do not feel nervous about high school. Like, honestly, I feel like it's going to be the same as middle school. Because in elementary school, all like every time you get to a certain period inside school, like elementary school, middle school, high school, like in elementary school, they told me in middle school they're gonna treat me like I'm some type of like crazy person. They're gonna make me do everything on my own. But when I got to middle school, it was nothing like that. Like it's so different. It like when I got there at first, it was scary, yeah, because it was my first time there. But once you get used to it and stuff, it's not what they told you in elementary school. So I feel like what they're doing in like it's like they scare you before you get there. And in middle school right now, they're telling us like they're gonna make us do everything on our own. We're not gonna depend on nobody's gonna like want us to depend on them. They're not gonna want to help us. Like if we don't do the work right then and there, we're gonna fail. Like all this stuff.
Yes, that is
and
how
it makes
high school
me.
is.
It really makes me feel like every day when I go to like leadership in class and we have like the high school talk, it really makes me feel like I want to drop out every single day. Cause like it makes me feel like why would I want to go somewhere where you telling me I'm gonna feel this way?
Because we telling you now to put in the work. Get used to making the right decision now. So when you get into a decision opportunity, when you have more opportunities to choose the wrong thing, you can do the right thing. We're going to read the next comment.
Nana said, Sandy Salter said, give me my shirt back.
Read
Actually,
it. Read it.
But if you're asking the question to be as Takaja would say, being messy, yes, being very messy. I'm going to answer it, yes.
Got another comment coming up, bud.
No, give me my shirt. Give me my shirt.
Don't say that last word.
I know. Oh.
All right, go ahead.
I know my stuff.
Go ahead.
High school is different. Just be ready.
All right, Tali, get us on.
Yes.
To be on the situation of the shirt, I'm gonna be very honest. Me personally, I can care less. Cause at the end of the day, if you have the time to take my shirt, then you have no life. That's just the way it is.
Period.
I can go to the store and go buy another shirt that same day. It is not that serious, especially if with nowadays with all these, I'm gonna steal a shirt and wear it the next day just to be that guy or just to be that girl. That's just stupidity. Like I said, this generation makes things stupid.
Like they didn't steal it.
If you took something that's not yours, that's stealing.
But it's a friend, right?
Yeah, but I need my friend.
So
okay, I'm gonna tell you.
I only have one best friend, and if my best friend steal my shirt, I would feel the type of way. But then I would still not care because I'm gonna have enough money to go buy me another shirt. So why make a problem out of something?
What about the trust? What's about the trust?
I don't feel like you can fix the trust, but it also depends on how long you and that person have been friends. If I'm just becoming your friend and you stealing from me, then you can no longer be my friend. But don't steal something from me and then act like you can't. Like that never happened. Because it's people that steal from people every day, but they send in each other's face like nothing
people
happened.
don't steal from people every day.
But you know what they're gonna say. Gate, you know what they're gonna say, right?
I meant you. Oh, okay.
You know what she gonna say?
Do steal every day.
Talika said I stole her shirt, so like I can't get this myself.
I'm getting money.
That is.
I'm getting
and
money.
And she's right. People do stuff from each other every day, and they see each other's face. Like in school, they be stealing stuff from y'all know them elite backpacks. Ooh, they be stealing the tags, and then go right in the first person and be like, best
exactly
friend.
Because
Get
all
out.
the kids this year, that was the trend. Nobody wants the Nike Tech book bag for the space and for the proper usage. They just want the book bag for the tags. So if somebody gets a Nike Tech book bag and they steal your tags, of course they're going to make a scene out of it because that was the purpose of the bag. It's still a book bag. At the end of the day, the book bag.
I'm just saying, my JanSport strings never disappeared. You know what I'm saying? When you were alpha, you don't gotta worry about that.
I don't think if a kid came to school with a JanSport book bag, they would make
what
fun
I'm
of
saying
it.
is,
Back in 1968, you know.
JanSport is now. Where you think Nike got the idea from? JanSport has strings. That's what I'm trying to say. They copied that idea from that. We had strings.
Yes,
we
but
collected strings. What I'm saying is y'all not. That's why I said earlier, certain things transcend eras. Y'all don't understand that. I'm be trying to tell you that.
It's different because the JanSports didn't have different colors.
JanSport strings
Yes,
did
they
have
did.
different colors.
Yes,
What do
they
you
did.
mean?
Yes, they did.
I thought they were all black. Like everyone I see, they be black.
That's why we
flavors.
collected them because they had different colors. See, y'all be just trying to shun us like we don't know what we talking about. What I'm saying, so the value and time may be different from the bag, but the concept and what I was talking about is the same. And I was just saying that my joints never got taken. So for those that are getting taken, they just getting taken advantage of, and that's a sad thing. It shouldn't have happened.
I wrote my name on my bag. True.
At the end of the day, that's what happened. But Wiz, bring us with Chucky's cut. And Sandy Soda said you should not be stealing from each other, and that's what the main part of it. You shouldn't be stealing from each other.
No.
Alright.
Never steal from your friends, guys.
Tell them what Chucky's cut, Wiz.
Okay, today's Chucky cut is Sinatra 7, dedicated to his brother, my son, that passed away on May 20th. It's called Long Live Brandon.
Long Live Brandon.
All right?
So y'all go ahead and vote on crowd.live. Everybody can vote. Vote, then come back, ladies and gentlemen, so we can tie things up. All right, crowd.live, and the code is A as in apple, J as in jump, C as in cat, D as in dog, 7, number 7.
From nights I was stuck in that cell, nowhere to go, I was trying to get out. Felt like I was living in hell, never thought about making it out. I'm stuck in the booth, I don't wanna get out. I move out the hood and go buy me a house. I used to get mad, my family came over. I stay up all night, I slept on the couch.
I'm like, why you let me, bro? I swear I ain't never letting go. I don't know the gym of that pain, but I can never let it show. I'ma smoke this out to the brain and scream your name until I go. Love you forever, boy, you know. It's where I had to let you know.
Days to my boy, days to my heart. It feel like I'm stuck in the dark. Got me stuck. Remember them days and the nights we was taking them shots in the park. Nah, know how shit was going end. I wish I ain't let that shit start. I knew this score was gonna hurt, but now that shit just tear me apart. They give me pain, they got me putting that rip to his name. Damn, we was just trying to get rich off of that, now I'm putting that shit on the chain. I'm trying to chill, she give me chill, but that shit fucking with my brain. God me hill, please take the wheel, this shit's gonna drive me insane. But now I'm a ball forever, wish you could pick up my call whenever. We was just trying to get rich together, this shit got me cold, you switch the weather. They keep saying shit gon' get better, but I can't believe it. Just give me a sign that you good, cause I promise I need it. They left me with some shit that I can't hold. Shit cut deep, but I gotta stay 10 toes. Could've been the talk of the streets if you didn't go. Too much talent potential, see the art through the music like it's windows. Why couldn't you shine? Now my foot on the gas, fucking them niggas who hated, I'm crossing that line. Shit got me thinking, why was we wasting our talent and why was we fucking with time? We thought we had, and why we ain't get on our grind? Should've just came to the A, why you ain't make up your mind? I'm stuck remembering times that we had mad as hell, I can't hit that rewind. I'm stuck remembering times that we had numbers hell and it feel like I'm dying. I'm stuck remembering them times that we had, fucking I just keep on crying.
I'm like, why you let me, bro? I swear I ain't never letting go. I don't know the gym of that pain, but I can never let it show. I'ma smoke this out to the brain and scream your name until I go. Love you forever, boy, you know. It's where I had to let you know. No, they Buddha.
Nigga, I'm in this alone. If I go to who ride alone.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We lost some of the ladies. That's what happened when the heat get hot in here. You know what I'm saying? We want to thank all of you guys for staying on with us at Behind the Enemy Lines, IAXIS Radio. Go follow us on TikTok right now. IAXIS Radio 1 on Instagram. You can follow us there. IAXIS Radio on Facebook. Make sure you follow us there. Ladies, go and vote to keep a kill that track. It's a very personal track to me, so I love it either way. Shout out to WIZZ for, standing strong in this time of need. And, we just want to thank all the IAXIS family, you know what I'm saying, for being there and supporting you through this time. And know that we're not going nowhere, bro. So long live Brandon. We got to do better, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. We got to do better, you know what I mean? So that's all I'm going to say is we got to do better. So shout out to 7. I know that was a hard song to write. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A hard song to talk about. So,
shout out to both my sons.
Yeah, both the sons, you know what I mean? So, a lot of great conversation up here today. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, please continue to pass on the word Behind the Enemy Lines of IAXIS Radio, Tug of War, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Al, you know what I'm saying, for everything that you do for us here, creating this platform and this opportunity. Great conversation. I want to thank my daughters for coming up here and being able to speak and give their views on everything that they got going on, and also, help someone else learn. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to do. We're creating history so you guys can learn from it. Thank you, Phyllis, and everybody else that's been tuning in. Our next show, we will bring up the topic. We will start with that topic first. Plug in and plug out. You know what I mean? So Talik and them, y'all have to be on the yeah, we don't pause on the show. This is a grown man show. I don't pause. Plug in and plug out. And why I called it that, because my uncle told me a story about when they created the phone line back in the days where you had to connect the phones with the plug in and plug out. They hired women because they were able to connect and reconnect, or connect and disconnect better than men. So when I talk about the topic, who is it easier for, men or women, you know what I'm saying, to get over and get into new relationships after a breakup, I believe that, you know, it's men that struggle a little bit longer. And I did a couple studies that show that men do struggle a little bit longer. So on our last show, Lady D called in and said, no, it's men. It's easy for them. They just go ahead and just move right in and set up shop and like nothing never happens. So in the next episode of Behind the Enemy Lines, we're going to discuss that. Plugging in and plugging out. Who does it easier, men or women? I want to thank y'all again. WIZZ, what we got coming up? We back November 2nd?
November 2nd.
November 2nd.
That's right.
We got a special guest that will be in the building. We got a big interview coming up on November 2nd. So y'all be in tune for that. Y'all go ahead and check out the rest of the shows on IAXISRADIO. That's right. Behind the Enemy Lines, IAXISRADIO, every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Man, listen, ain't nowhere else I'd rather be.
That's
I can't stand them, but for the next 2 hours, we going to get along.
So time to line up.
Line up.
Get
Peace.
behind that line.
Is this still recording?